Hey guys, Maria Menounos here. Hope you tune into my show, Untold with Maria Menounos, this Thursday night at 8 on E!
You're tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello, AfterBuzz TV friends, and thanks for checking us out for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm your host, Grant Rutter, and tonight with me across the table...
Hi, everybody. It's Stecher.
And this is Fern Ronay.
We are here to discuss everything about the new kickoff season of Season 5. And if you're joining us from the Real Housewives of New Jersey, we are excited to all be back and to be discussing a whole new group of ladies. So let's go. We're back to Beverly Hills, like I said, and we've got a few new faces. 2 women have made their exit, and
Thank God.
I'm okay with the exit, to be honest with you. Didn't notice it. And I think I'll open up with saying, like, I have a confession to make. I really didn't watch last season. I'm a huge fan of the show, but I just couldn't get through it.
I mean, I watched it, but I hated it, and I missed like some episodes here and there. It was just not as engaged.
I fell off the wagon too.
Yeah.
I tried, and my mom did. I don't know if my grandmother made it through, but I think we all kind of it seems like that's like the common thing. We're just kind of like.
And what was that other girl's name? Joyce. They were horrible.
Yeah.
They were horrible.
I know. I think I stopped watching because of them.
Yeah, they sunk it.
I'm not mad they're gone. Bye.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we can discuss all the new people, but let's talk about everything going on with Lisa. It seems that we've picked up with her. Basically, that was kind of the only residual that kind of moved over from season 4. And it seems that everyone's still either pissed at Lisa or Lisa's pissed at them. They're like unrecoverable relationships. Who wants to break it down?
Fern, you go for it, girl.
It seems Lisa, like you said, Grant, she's the godfather or the godmother. Everybody's kissing her ring, right?
Yes.
Trying to make amends with her. So it's Lisa versus Brandy. We saw that still wasn't resolved. Lisa versus Kyle. They met for lunch at, I wrote down the restaurant because I want to go there. So it started out with Lisa, versus Kyle. They met for lunch. And I thought Kyle was really genuine. She said, I missed you. Lisa could not, she could never admit wrong or admit any vulnerability. She wouldn't admit that she missed Kyle.
No.
But they seem to make amends, and they seem to, they wanted to go forward because they're on a show together, and they have to. And then we also saw, they didn't make a big deal about it, but she also had lunch with Yolanda. And who else? That seems to be her main foes. That tried to make amends with her, right?
I thought it was weird that we saw Yolanda's lunch as a flashback.
Yeah.
And that Lisa was giving her the same lines she gave Kyle. Like, I'm ready to move forward. Let's leave that all in the past. Cheers. Like,
that's a good Lisa.
Yes.
I try. We're going from New Jersey to this is my Beverly Hills Lisa accent. I'm trying. So, I mean, I just thought it was like she was replaying the same. Maybe that's why they used it as a flashback.
Did she have a beef with Yolanda at the end of last season?
I think everyone was mad at her.
Yolanda was just kind of lumped into it as somebody else who was pissed at Lisa. And of course, I think Lisa made it more dramatized than Yolanda. I mean, Yolanda isn't really going to come for her, like Brandy would.
Right.
What was interesting to me was Kyle said that she hadn't spoken to Lisa in a very long time, and the last time it didn't go so well, and they cut to the reunion. Well, Pump opened in May, and I happened to go. My sister was in town, and we went to the opening of Pump, and Kyle was there, and they were all at a table together. Joyce from season 4 as well was there with her husband, and so I remember noting this, and I was like, let's see where the new season opens up, because I thought everyone was pissed.
Right.
So they were all celebrating. Who knows?
So I wonder if was May after the premiere?
I did the math,
Okay.
and I looked at this white
According to your
party.
calculations.
I was pretty sure the white party happened. The party that took place at the end of this episode took place on July 4th. So I went to Kyle's Instagram, and she posted a picture at the white party. I remember it was with her and Camille, because I love Camille Grammer. So I scrolled and found the picture where that they took at the white party. It said 20 weeks ago. Then I opened up the app on my phone for the calendar, and I counted back 20 weeks, and it was the week of July 4th. So I was right. So Kyle was with Lisa in May at the opening of Pump.
Okay.
Mid-May, and then July 4th was this. So that's the research that you can only get here at AfterBuzz TV.
Maybe they had this lunch at Palmieri's in the beginning of May or in April, and let's make up. You're invited to my white party, and then the white party didn't happen till 2 months later.
Maybe. I mean, I don't. I know they film out longer, like they don't use everything that they start filming with on day one.
Right.
So they kind of see what they've got and kind of piece things together. So that could be it. Who knows? I don't know if that was that long of a time, but interesting nonetheless. There's a little timeline for you. I was just trying to figure it all out. I mean,
good work.
It's a reality show. I mean, there should be some type of
Instagram investigation.
Yes. Thank you, Kyle.
I always will say, well, per Instagram investigation, I have found out that it's a really good route. I'm just saying.
Right. Yolanda seems to be doing pretty good. I was a little thrown off by her house being on the PCH and it being on a triangle lot on a very busy road, and there's a man selling women's clothes at the bottom of the hill.
Yes. I pictured them living in a very exclusive neighborhood that maybe was gated to get up the hill, and they were on the very top of a mountain, and it's like, oh, I know where that intersection is.
Really?
Oh, you live there? Okay. I thought, also, wouldn't you want a nice beach plot?
Right.
She has to walk all the way down the hill and onto a neighbor's property to be on the beach.
What a dump. You would think that it would be on acres and acres, and he would have, outdoor pianos, and who knows. But
I always thought it was. I always thought it was because she had all those lemon groves. I just didn't imagine that you could hear traffic from the lemon groves.
Right.
It's a ridiculously beautiful home. I just didn't picture that at the bottom it was like a dirt lot on the highway.
Did they move?
No, that's the same one.
It looks the same to me.
And supposedly they are moving and they are downsizing. Who knows?
Oh.
That
was weird, that guy selling dresses.
Oh, dresses?
Yeah, I thought she was going to throw him off. I thought she was going to throw him out, but she knew the cameras were there and she couldn't do that.
I'm honestly excited. Yolanda and I are neighbors because I live on the PCH.
Really?
On the border of Santa Monica and the Pacific Palisades. So I'm like, Yolanda's right
You
up the
should
road.
stop by and borrow
Yolanda's my
sugar.
neighbor.
I mean, now bring some lemons and we'll put them in the middle. They're yellow. They'll match the set wonderfully.
We'll have to stop by, see if she's there one day.
Anyway, Lisa is more hurt than anybody else. Like I mentioned earlier, she's so thrown off by everything that happened last season. She's carrying it with her. I don't know what the timeline was from when last season wrapped this to now. That I didn't figure out yet. She's waiting for people to reach out to her, and it seems that everybody is waiting for her to reach out to them. So the cycle continues, but it seems like Yolanda basically sat down and was like, "Look, I mean, she is who she is. I'm not going to hold it against her. Let's move on." I think Yolanda's a great character on the show because she's so level-headed.
I really
Do you feel the same?
Yeah, I loved when she said that. She's like, when I accept her for who she is, she'll never apologize for things. And once you accept somebody for who they are, you stop being upset. So, and I thought that was the perfect way to leave it because nobody got an apology out of Lisa.
No, they're never going to get one.
No. Kyle,
Yolanda is very wise.
Yeah.
She's smart.
Yeah. Kyle said that she reached out to Lisa multiple times. There were many unanswered text messages. And then Lisa was like, well, no one reached out to me, so I'm not bothered. And I'm like,
you guys do good.
I can't.
I'm not even going to try.
Well, I think this was getting back together for the sake of the show, so they can all film together. And, I'm sure there'll be some other sort of falling out later in the... to Lisa, everything is everyone else's fault, and she's allowed to hold a grudge forever, and you have to come groveling back.
Right.
So I'm sure we'll see that with someone, maybe some of the new girls.
But last season, I mean, they did kind of gang up on her, and she left Puerto Rico being like, I'm not going to fight with anyone. They're all ganging up on me. So maybe she is genuinely hurt. Like, she is owed an apology. I don't know. I love my Lisa Vanderpump, so, but she does
Really?
have that quality about her that she can't, you know.
The words "I'm sorry" just can't come out of her mouth.
I don't know. I started this series loving Lisa. It really stood out to me, and I was a huge fan of Sir, and I would go like all the time, and I thought it was great. But I don't know. To me now, I just see her as like a cold English woman. I'm just not taking to her anymore. I feel like she's doing too much whining, and I don't know. I just don't find her to be a completely likable person. I've spoken with other people who have worked with her, met her in person, including me, and she was pretty cold and kind of out of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When did you meet her?
At Pump, and then there's another time as well in the same location.
And she wasn't very warm?
No, we had there was like a couple of friends of hers that like my sister went to the picture with her, and it's a long story, but basically it was like pulling teeth to be able to get this woman to concentrate to take a picture. But I mean, whatever. I don't mean, it could have been a long day. I don't know, but I'll cut her some slack. But I mean, in general, just her behavior, especially last season, I don't know. I don't find her as likable as she was and as fun as she was.
Yeah.
I've also met Lisa. It was not in a Lisa is the queen of the world situation. Somewhere I used to work on the East Coast, she was also there for the day, and we were like in a conference room together all day, and she was very funny, but I don't know. I don't.
Did she take the time to learn your name?
Oh, come on.
No. She was very acting as an average person would throughout the day, and then it came time to we need to walk down the staircase, and she had her suitcase with her, and it was like, oh no darling, I can't possibly, where's the elevator? And she just took off. No one could find her, no one knew where she was, kind of a thing. And it's a little princessy. It's very princessy. She expects to be treated like the queen that she is. She's a wealthy woman. She's demands to be treated a certain way, and that's it.
Right. I have another interesting story about Lisa while we're on it. A coworker of mine was going into the Abbey, which is a club here in Los Angeles, very close to Pump, and she was in like the VIP entrance line, and they weren't letting her in. And then the coworker of mine, one of his friends said, "Oh, Lisa, can I have a picture?" And she said, "Oh, darling, thank God someone knows who I am here," because they wouldn't let her in. So that's a little interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Lisa was being treated like a commoner.
I have to say,
she's
stunningly beautiful. Like, so much prettier in person even than on camera.
Is she? I think they're all beautiful. Yeah.
She has fantastic style.
Yes.
Her house is amazing.
Yes.
Her restaurants look good. If you've ever been to them, if you've ever come out to Los Angeles, check it out. I mean, it's a sight to see. She knows what she's doing.
And she did. How old do you think she is?
I don't know. I just have to Google it.
She does look good.
Yeah.
We could look it up, yeah. Well, from Lisa to a new Lisa, Lisa Rinna and her lips have come on to the show. And I love Lisa. I remember I used to watch her on Soap Talk all the time. She was on Days, of course, from the soap.
I live for her as my Days of Our Lives girl. That was like my years of Days of Our Lives. She was on it.
What was her character's name? Was she Hope?
Wasn't it Bobby?
Billy Reed. Billy Reed.
Billy.
Oh my God, Billy.
So what do we think of Lisa? I think she fits right in pretty seamlessly. I think she's very comfortable. She's done reality in the past. Welcome, Lisa. What do you
Has she
think?
done reality in the past? What one?
She had a show on, I believe it was on WeTV, and it was called Harry Loves Lisa.
Oh.
Yeah. And,
they're
she's
cute
done
together.
other things, She's cool.
Oh, she fits in perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, this is her crowd. She's good friends with Kyle. It's like, and of course she loves Andy. It's just it's a great fit for her right now. I think.
I feel like she likes kind of showing off her life and being the center of attention. So it's like the perfect venue for her to do that. I don't think it's necessary for her career, but I love her and I'm so happy she's on the show.
Well, it's interesting you say that because there was a lot of feedback. Like even someone like Wendy Williams was calling her out about it. Like, why are you doing this? So stupid. Your marriage is going to end.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's an opportunity. I think she's really secure in her marriage. It's obvious.
Amazing marriage.
So I don't know if it's a bad thing. I mean, apparently, her and her husband decided that they would do a season, see how it played out, and then they would decide from there. I mean, I think it's a great platform for her to promote what she's got.
Right. She says yes to everything.
And they're both professional actors. So Lisa can show up and be, a character of herself and it not affect her marriage. They're both used to being actors and putting on what they need to, you know, acting as they need to.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And she seems like someone who likes attention, so.
Yeah.
Totally. More attention. She's going to have fun. And
Yeah, well, good for her. I like her opening line. It's like it's something about that. People say a lot of things about me, but only believe it comes through my lips or something.
Lips McGee.
Oh my God, I love it.
The white party held on July 4th is coming together, and it seems like they want to make it more wild than ever. It's in her backyard. And they're running out of space, and they have to make it seem very dramatic. Portia wants to have a white Ferris wheel. There's a bunch of them. There are Chanel desserts.
Chanel cake
Apparently,
balls.
it is the hardest party to get into in the whole country.
It's such a hot LA party.
I can't when she said that.
Oh, I know. That was a major eye roll moment. Like, really? This is the hardest party to get into in Beverly Hills, Los Angeles.
Give me a break.
First
Maybe
of
she's
all,
convincing the rest of the country, but.
I would be totally turned off if I went to a party like that and I had to eat fat burger.
In a white outfit. This is what we're saying, people.
I actually don't mind the fat burger. I thought it was cute.
I'm not going to a party like that with valet having to go eat fast food in a white outfit. I'm just not going to do it.
I cannot be trusted in white clothing. I can't eat
I
anything.
can't be trusted in any clothing.
The only thing I could have is white wine or champagne, and I wouldn't be allowed to eat there because it would just be all over me.
But I think it's cute sometimes when things are fancy and then they have like a little down to earth, something. Like I went to a
Yes.
wedding,
It's different. It's different.
Truck. Maybe like a cool food truck.
like a cupcake truck. Because I went to a wedding. It was at the Pierre in New York, and then you left, and there were Krispy Kreme donuts for everyone.
Oh, really?
So
Well,
I was
everyone
like,
loves a Krispy Kreme. Yeah.
So I think it's cute when they have like down to earth things at a fancy place. I don't know.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I just, it's such like a big commercial brand.
Well, the fat burger better be footing the bill for at least 3/4 of this party.
Because they mention it 100
Yeah.
times.
Who's
too.
paying for the ridiculous looking dancers and the outfits that all the help was wearing? Like,
mermaid.
what was that?
Look, I gotta be
Oh, it
honest.
was a Cirque du Soleil theme. I forgot.
I'm
Okay.
tired of seeing mermaids at parties. Really, though. I feel like
lived in LA
we've
too
seen
long.
it. I feel like we've seen it.
So LA.
No, but even on Housewives.
LA problems over here.
Even at house parties on the Housewives. I'm like, oh, another mermaid. We gotta. Okay. I don't know. It's like been done.
It's tired.
It is. Then there was some fool in this big plastic ball in the pool running around in the thing. I'm like, she says that she's running out of space. She does have a beautiful pool. What I would do is I would put glass over that pool, light it from the bottom, and you have plenty of. There's your dance floor. You have plenty of space.
Oh, that's awesome.
When are these housewives going to hire you as an image consultant? I say this all the time.
I don't know. I'm here in the LA area.
The white party would be even hotter and harder to get into, just saying.
I'll never see the white party. Oh, Lord. But, so there's a bunch of people there, a bunch of freaks dancing around, and then a bunch of freaks come in. A lot of former housewives. What's her face? Taylor shows up.
What's her face?
she's the original Lips McGee.
Yes. I know, right? She's like a recast of Lips now that Lisa's on.
It's a real run for Lisa's money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, look at
My
you.
best Taylor.
Oh my God. Anyway, Camille, my girl, made an appearance. I love Camille Grammer, but season 1, Camille was the best. When she knew that she was Kelsey Grammer's wife, and she held court with that psychic. She was just such a classic soap bitch.
She brought it.
Yeah,
It had been brought in.
But I still love her because I think that she's a classy lady, and she's been through it.
She's been humbled majorly.
Yeah.
Well, she's very refined now. Like, we got to see her old dance moves from season 1. Her, like, MTV dance floor moves. And she was like, oh, yeah, that was me years ago. And I don't know, I kind of missed her dancing. But.
Yeah, she came up in a little cardigan, a little conservative cardigan. I was like, oh,
Bearing a
don't
gift.
age yourself. Yeah, the gift was a book similar to what she gave the first time she was at the white party. It was supposed to be a joke. Kyle didn't laugh. It wasn't offensive. What did you think of the gift?
I think it was received better now than previously because they have a better relationship
It was
now.
a play on the old, only last time, on the old joke. So.
Yeah. Adrian made an appearance, which was surprising since she exited the series in such a an alarming way, I guess. She even kind of flipped them the bird when it came to the reunion. It was a no-show, even though it was in her contract. Supposedly, that didn't sit well with Andy and Bravo, but, you know, she's back on there. I mean, I think they realize that the power of and the interest in the Real Housewives is with who was on the show previously. It's season 1 girls. So, I mean, do you think it makes a huge difference to see this reunion? Do you think it helps kind of bring viewers back to see Camille and Adrian and Taylor all interact?
100%. Because I feel like that's you know, every day when we're talking about Jersey, like, we miss the old people, we miss the old people, we don't like these new people. So for the fact that they had 2 people that no one really liked leave, let's bring back the old girls. It's genius. Get the eyeballs back, even though they're not going to be on every week.
How about Adrian? Were you surprised to see her? I kind of was surprised.
Yeah, I thought she would never be back.
Well,
but I guess...
Come on, it's like an old boyfriend. It's like they keep going back and they forgot why they hated the show.
Yeah.
It's like, I was so shocked with her young little thing. I was like, is that her son? Are they grown up? And I was like, oh, it's her boyfriend. Ew.
From the Bush family.
And they didn't seem to have much chemistry. I don't know. No. They had like a little interaction. It was like a little awkward.
It was
She seems like a grandma and he's like a teenager.
I know. I wonder why he would have much of an interest in her.
And he's from the Bush family? Like
yeah.
Anheuser-Busch?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, nice.
So, I mean, you know, she dates younger, but she makes sure that they're still in that circle,
right,
you know?
Right,
But
they got their own money.
They managed to find these people. I don't know. I don't know. But
I wonder if Paul will be back.
I don't know.
I don't know. He's over on Botched, right?
Yeah.
Over on E.
It'll be interesting to see.
And Taylor had her new husband.
Yeah, they look like a nice family. They look
looked
happy.
adorable together. I really enjoyed that. I'm so like happy for her to be settled.
Right. It was a little bit of an uncomfortable reunion for Brandy. She looked like she was having no fun. And every time they cut to her, she was just like spying on Lisa. Like, where's Lisa? I need to be on the other side of the pool. Where's Lisa? I need to like get a burger.
Too.
Like
Adrian and Lisa were enjoying themselves, having the best time, and Brandy was just buzzing around. Where's this one? Where's that one?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Enjoy yourself. Talk to people.
I know.
Brandy had a great point about them being all so much older. So they're like, oh, God, it was just like her first season where it's like this young floozy. We want nothing to do with her. She's burned bridges, so let her be over on, you know, out on her own over there. And we're in our, like, older lady, same age clique over here.
Yeah.
I'm not hating on anyone for it. It's just she called it right away, and that's exactly what it was. So.
She said it was like Mean Girls with Lindsay Lohan, and they're all 78.
Oh my! That was the best line of the whole night.
It was good.
Freaking Brandy, man, I love that girl.
I mean, I'm not saying these women are old, but there's a little bit of truth behind that too. I mean, like you said, they're all in like that clique of like a certain age group, you know, and she's still like the young one. So we'll see what goes on with that as we continue to roll this out. Kim arrives late, and did we remember that Kim was even on the show?
I think she is so annoying. Like, I am so... All of the seasons prior, I was like, all right, she's drunk, like she's on drugs. That's why she has a horrible personality. And then, like, you know, she's apparently sober now, and I'm like, she just has an annoying personality. I can't stand her.
A lot of people don't.
The thing for me, I feel like Kim is necessary because she's the comic relief. Only I don't want to see her struggling with the alcohol and drug use anymore.
No.
So I would rather her be a friend of the housewives,
right,
and be the comic relief, and then than to have to struggle through her character flaws again.
Yeah, she doesn't need another dragged out storyline, and she's so annoying.
It's too personal at this point. It's like personal. We all know.
You know,
it's sad.
It's been a long time rumored that Kyle won't sign on to the show if she can't get Kim to sign on with her.
But
so they're like a package deal.
Well, it's want her to have like a healthy life outside of TV and just concentrate on herself. What does she need her for?
Because that's Kim's income.
Right. That's what I was saying. It's like her only income. So it's like, well, I have to get my sister on the show because she needs a paycheck because we keep supporting her and I can't.
Yeah. So I would hate to be the producer that had to kind of create a storyline for her because last year with that dog.
Kingsley bit someone. Alexia.
Oh my God. That's so sad.
I know. Oh, Lord.
Okay, well, bye-bye to that doggy.
I loved Brandy's comment about the 78-year-old woman, but my other moment, my big mazel moment, I'll say, of the night, was when Camille and Lisa Rinna had their introduction, and they had nothing to say to each other, and they were so phony in how they said hello to one another. It was so fake and awkward.
It was awesome.
I loved it because they showed greeting after greeting after greeting with Lisa Rinna greeting everyone, and it was the same thing. You look fabulous. How are you? How's everything?
And they don't even know each other.
Oh my God! Hi. How are you? How's everything? And I was just like. This is why I hate cocktail party settings, because you feel like you're just saying that to everyone. Like if I'm going to a party, I want to already know everyone, and I want to be there have drinks and dance and let's have fun. I don't like social settings where it's let's network and meet people. Ugh, it's the worst. I feel like such a phony. I can't do it.
It's a lot of work, I'll tell you, because I've been doing that a lot lately, and it's a lot of work. I have to walk into a room and not know many people, or I'd have to work it. You know, it's a pain in the neck. But
I like those events a little bit, because I just feel like once you get started, and then you meet interesting people, and I feel like we're all the same. We're in the same business now. We're people who ask questions, and that's how you get to know.
That's true.
I ask 50 million questions, and then I go home at night, and I'm like, I just asked that person so many personal questions. But I can't help myself. I just want to know people.
Well, that's why there's always alcohol. Get a couple of drinks in you.
Fern, it sounds like you ask insightful questions. Lisa's just all so phony. I can't. It was too much, but I enjoyed every minute.
She could have asked Camille, because, come on, we all read, us and people. How do you feel, and how are your kids? And she was just like, hi, how are you?
Yeah.
That's everything.
Yeah, it was like she knew her through the TV, but she didn't know her.
Right.
But she acted like she went back with her, so.
But
strange.
if I met Camille, I would be like, how do you feel? Is everything all right? How do you feel? How is...
Right.
Yeah, that's different, because usually when a new housewife comes on, they will introduce themselves. It's a lot of handshaking and nice to meet you, even if it's not the first shoot.
Right.
And there's always a scene shot where it's nice to meet you. Hi, I'm so-and-so. It's you freaking know who you each others are already. Come on. But
So Adrian's still walking around the pool. She's looking lost. And then she decides that she's just going to go up and say hi to Adrian. And it was really weird, because it was there was a fake air kiss involved with Adrian and somebody else. And she had to turn around, and it's just bad timing. Fern, you caught that, right?
Yes, it was great.
Well, I applaud Brandy. I loved that whole thing. She was just honest. She's so herself. She's like, I'm sweating. I'm nervous. I just think we should talk for just a second. So I thought it was really big of her to do that. And she knew that she could do that with Adrian, and that Lisa would not be having it at the white party, so she stuck to just trying to talk to Adrian really quick.
Well, Adrian sat down with her, and Adrian looked like she was just about giving her the time of day. And then you think they're going to have this discussion. It's let's go get coffee next week. Well, that's the end of that. So all that build up, and, at least, they'll continue on with the story, of course, but, okay. So that
I thought it was a good setup for next time.
Yeah, and the white party wasn't as dramatic as it was in the past. Overall, I think the episode was good because it wasn't about the fight of the week. We got to kind of reestablish things, see where people stand, get introduced to Lisa. I liked the episode. What do you think?
I thought it was great. Yeah, I thought it was a great start. Seeing all the old girls, and they perfectly reestablished where they were last time, so it was good.
Right. Yeah, and I'm excited to meet Eileen.
Yes.
We didn't get to meet her, but...
Yeah, I'm excited for her to come on.
Kristen, as I keep calling her.
From Days of Our Lives.
Well, let's discuss some news and gossip now. Recently...
AFTERBUZZ TV News.
Well, it's not necessarily gossip, but tonight, Megan and I saw Lisa Rinna. We saw Brandy, and who else was it? Eileen. They were at the red carpet, or the screening for Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce, scripted show coming up on Bravo. And we didn't get to chat with them, but they were there, and we saw them. And what do you got to say?
They looked amazing. Eileen walked by me super close, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, what regimen do I need to get on, and who is her doctor? Because she looks so amazing for a woman of that age. I mean, they all do. That's why they're on television and are superstars. I mean,
Lisa looks exactly how you think she would. She,
Did her lips look extra big in person?
No, she was
they
cool.
look smaller.
Yeah.
The TV adds 10 pounds to the lips.
I mean, they all just look like $1 million. So So good.
Nice.
So now last week, Megan, we did something else. Do you want to speak to that?
Yeah, so we thank you to Bravo for these invites, by the way. This has been awesome.
And AfterBuzz TV as well.
Yes, and AfterBuzz for hooking us up with the invite. We went to a nice little intimate dinner party with the stars of the Euros of Hollywood. So Grant and I think it's going to be just a big soiree, and we get there, and it's this very small room of, I don't know, 25, 30 people at the most.
At most, yeah.
And just two, like, small little dinner tables, and we sat down with the cast, and Massimo from the cast cooked us a full, like, 8-course meal. And announced,
authentic Italian Thanksgiving dinner.
And he announced every course and what we would be having, and it was just the coolest thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was awesome.
What did he cook exactly?
Oh, God. The whole menu's in Italian. I couldn't begin to tell you. I think I ate ravioli out of a pumpkin.
There was an appetizer, which was like a piece of potato wrapped in some kind of pancetta. There was, some kind of pumpkin ravioli. There was something where he said, there's really no translation for English. This is kind of like our version of meatloaf.
Right.
I'm not making this sound really good. It was really good. Yeah. And then we had the most mind-blowing tiramisu at the end. It was so good.
But this is LA. Was anyone like, I can't have gluten? I can't have...
No. This was in a producer's home in Bel Air.
Yeah.
So we were like, what are we doing here? This is amazing.
It was a very strange experience.
I was looking for the Fresh Prince's house. And I pulled over. I turned a corner, and I see this house that looks just like the still of the Fresh Prince house, and I'm like, oh, this is it. And I pull over and I whip out my camera or my phone, and I'm taking pictures. And I get home and I look it up, and it's very similar, but it wasn't the exact house, but the same exact style. And I was like, oh my God, that was the coolest night ever.
Oh, I need to get on this list.
Yeah,
we're going to get you in there first.
Yes, definitely, yeah. So, from our experiences, we encourage you to check out Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce and Euros of Hollywood. It's definitely an interesting cast.
Yes.
Very dynamic.
I have to say, there's a lot of fun drama with them. And Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce, I was blown away by how good this show is. The writing, the acting, the production quality is like, it could be on HBO or... I mean, it's amazing.
So that airs December 2nd?
December 2nd is a premiere. Yep. Yeah. I'm so excited for that show. It was really, really good.
And Euros of Hollywood is currently on Bravo right now. Let's move over to some predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
I'll say mine real quick. I'm really interested in seeing Eileen's relationship with Brandy, because Eileen has a reputation for being a take no prisoners ball buster, and she's, really like a big personality, and I feel like she's either gonna make it work with Brandy, like, they could be like a team, and it could be really interesting, or it could just go bad real quick.
Go ahead, Fern.
You go ahead, Fern. I predict that I think Lisa Rinna and Brandy are gonna lock horns, because I think Lisa also doesn't take anything from anybody. Happy in her marriage, has 2 kids, and Brandy's kind of like single, renting a house, struggling a little, and I just feel like they're gonna have I can't wait for them to fight.
I think I see a lot of potential fights coming up. And I do feel like Eileen is going to be at the center of a lot of it. I don't think they necessarily need 2 soap opera stars from the same soap opera. So I think that there's going to be a lot of push-pull with that and everybody trying to fit in. And 7 Housewives this season. It's going to be a lot.
Well, I say 7.5 because Kim's usually out to lunch.
Right.
She is, in her mind.
Well, ladies, where can we find you in the world of social media?
Hey guys, Megan. I am on Instagram and Twitter at Megan Stecher, MEGANSTECHER.
And I am Fern Ronay on Twitter and Facebook, FERNRONAY.
You can find me, Grant, over on Twitter at Grants__rants. That'll do it for us. We'll be back with more from Beverly Hills next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.